Hello once again, everybody. It's Olive Branch and Maple Leaf with Let's Play Night in the Woods. Maple Leaf, how did you like working for once?
It sucked. I never want to do it again.
Great, because May don't want to do it either. Let's get out there.
Alright, so what are we doing today? We just hung out with B, so we're probably going to be spending this episode just fucking around the town.
You got the right idea. The next 2 episodes is just us walking around and enjoying the town. And when I say 2, I really mean the 2 for the viewers, because usually a single recording is worth 2 episodes. So today, if you remember, Mr. Chazokov has some dusk stars for us to explore.
You know, I promised the first time that we saw those that I'd look those up to see if they were real, and I haven't.
Well, I don't think they are. Because even though May brings them up too, she's like, how come I never heard of these? And Chazokov gives a funny explanation.
Selmer's more of his poetry. Selmer's a guy or a girl?
I believe Summers is a girl. Something about that. I think it's a her. It's a she. What is good? Not bleeding on your seat? Not falling on a trash can and puking on yourself? Not seriously injuring someone during your first kiss at senior prom?
What is this a prompt for?
Do you know what's good?
Oh, yeah, well, all of those are, you know, contextually speaking, pretty good.
Yeah, but May obviously is like, all of these things happened to me. The fruit snacks.
Did that other thing happen to you? It
No.
did not. So you were wrong, or a liar.
I think May's lying. Come on, dude. Another poem. Are we down for poetry? Give me some beats.
May,
Yeah?
does May strike you as a liar? As
Yeah?
okay.
She's a total liar, dude. She's destructive. Bad with liquor. I mean, the only time she's telling the truth is when she reveals herself in liquor.
Just because she's a bad drinker and because she's destructive, that means she's dishonest?
Does anything about May even strike you half as decently honest? Perhaps her contempt for the cops is honest.
Nah, I guess not.
Alright, cool talking, Summers.
Well then, whatever.
What, water tower fires? Whatever?
Yeah.
She's just sharing the news, man.
She poops a lot when she's anxious. Yeah, me too.
Anxious poopers, a lot of us. When he spoke that line, I actually laughed for a solid minute because I was remembering the dog, that Vuvuzela dog, where they bring the Vuvuzela right in the dog's face and he just sprays poo everywhere. It's like bad news, dude. Bad choice.
Alright, May. Up here on this guy's roof.
You come to hunt some dusk stars? Let's do it.
If May were a liar, I kind of doubt she'd be interested in something like this.
What, hunting dusk stars? Well, how does that...
Yeah. Being excited. Well, just her personality type, it doesn't really seem like a type, you know, being destructive, not being able to hold her liquor or whatever.
You've got a serious like distortion. It's like saying, oh, because she can't do this, she cannot be that. It's like, that's like really just saying one person can't be one thing because she's lacking in one personality or another.
You're doing the exact opposite, though.
Well, from what we've seen of May, I'm saying she's a liar. Come on, she doesn't tell her she tells her mom everything is cool when it's not. Anyway, talking about Simone the Fighter. Oppression in lands.
And choked out all else.
Oppression took the... Yeah, that was poetic, let's be honest.
Alright.
Wikipedia, man.
At least he's honest.
Yeah.
They may not have signal?
Yeah, cell phone reception. But they have Wi-Fi.
We may not have a signal then.
No, I think... Well, dude, I think he's Polish or something. That's why he's like... He doesn't speak natural English. He speaks very formal and broken English, kind of. So that's a revolutionary. Does she strike it like as a World War I kind of figure?
What, this character, Simone?
Yeah.
Based entirely off the gun, yes.
Yeah, she was the land of oppression. Was she the salvation? Well, there you go.
Somewhere out there is a tomb of an unknown soldier.
Well, I think there's more than one, actually. She led a charge against the palace gates, and behind those gates were cannons.
Damn.
Good charge.
It was weird that a palace would keep its cannons aimed at its own gate.
It's called fortification.
What, that the palace is so big that it has more than one gate?
Oh yeah? Have you ever been to a palace?
That seems very counterproductive.
To have more than one gate? No.
To have cannons pointed at your own gate. What's the point of having fortifications if you're gonna blast them down with your own cannons?
No, you misunderstood the story. Like they have cannons facing outside the doors, so that people pushing the doors, the cannons just fire into the entrance.
Yeah, but he said that Simone had already made it past the...
No, she led a charge against the palace gates. So she was charging towards the gates, so they just opened the doors and fired at her. Let's see. Who's our next victim?
It's an alligator doing something.
It's a seer. He's looking at a crystal ball.
Probably because you're not interested in astrology.
The teacher. By the time they got to these rare stars, the well-known mints the legends were taken. Well, there you go.
And the last one in, first one out.
May's response. These are all gonna be bummers, huh?
Well, so far, all the stories behind the constellations have been bummers.
Yeah, that's why May's pointing about. It's like, wow, do we see a pattern yet?
Yeah, but that's not the option that we went with, though. Dropped the ball on that one, didn't you?
Well, it's because I was asking, isn't he a psychic? Well, he's a seer, right? He's an astronomer. There you go. Oh, no, wait. The other person showed how astronomy actually works, and this guy was like, oh.
A different story about the stars.
That's a good question. Did he believe his own hype, basically?
I'd imagine these old story people, I'd imagine that they would. They wouldn't go around spouting bullshit. Or at least, they wouldn't believe their own bullshit.
Is there a responsibility to care for those laborers, or for those whose labors, even one's own universe, got him, are suddenly replaced with a new one? Do we have a responsibility to take care of people who are obsolete, basically?
No comment. I mean, I don't know what the right answer is.
I just went with that's how life is because, that things change, right? But then Mr. Chazokov just goes, oh, I see. So you think they should go hungry without homes because they're no longer useful.
I wonder how May's gonna take this.
His little Polish laugh. The stars, they make one think. That's both of them for today.
You ever hear of a game called Everything?
Nope.
It's for the PS4. I think it's an exclusive.
What is everything all about?
You play, I think you start off as like a deer or something, from some kind of wildlife animal. And as you play through the game, you're given options to transfer your point of view to either creatures or objects that are smaller than you, such as squirrels or goats or rocks even, or to something bigger than you, like trees or mountains. And you can go infinitely in either direction. And when you get so small, eventually you come across, just say for example, if you go so small, you will eventually loop back around to being something so big, and that's because at that point you are so tiny that you approach a different universe.
Ah, I see.
And the same thing like if you become so large, like it's a very philosophical game where it comes to the point where you get so big and then all of a sudden you're another atom. So like our universe just an atom inside someone else's universe, and is their universe part of someone else's universe, etc., etc.
So the whole point of the game is just exploration.
Not exploration. I mean, like, strictly speaking, as a game, there's very little to do, but it does, like, it's a very, like I said, it's very philosophical. It has it makes you think. It makes you ask some questions that you might not normally ask about your reality.
So just going back to Mr. Chazokov's last comment there, did you see what May said that Mr. Chazokov got so disappointed on?
No.
You're not paying attention to the dialogue, are you?
Nope.
He asked, she asked, why do you do this if you don't get paid? Like, because he's an amateur astrologer or astronomer.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, why do you do this if you don't get paid? And he just says, that's one of the saddest sentences I've ever heard. And it's like, it's true. I mean, he's got a point there. Like, you do hobbies for hobbies.
I mean, well, yeah, I guess. Hobby's a hobby. Still, if someone asks you to do something, the philosophy there is called no pay, no way.
There are some things I'll volunteer to do. Tutoring is one of them.
You get paid for tutoring.
Yes, but because I have a business tutoring. But I'm saying for my students at school, I don't. Because I don't have a problem with actually helping them out on extra time.
Alright.
Yeah, the mom's way too busy to talk to us today. Not too busy not to read her book, though.
You think maybe May's mom is coming up with a bunch of bullshit lies just to get May away from her?
That's kind of a depressing thought. I mean, the two obviously have a good rapport going on. Why would the mom suddenly be like, you know what, I'm not going to talk to you?
Just a couple episodes ago, May's mom made the implication that May should get a job, and then May immediately changed the subject and left. So I'm thinking like maybe May's unwillingness to support or to offer support is starting to get to her a little bit.
That I can agree with. I mean, when May said I'm adult stuff and her mom just like gave those 3 dots of the silent response, I'm like, yeah, May, you're not convincing anybody. This is the Bruce situation.
So what's your opinion on these 4?
I honestly think that they're trying to do what's best for the town, but they're kind of dicks.
Yeah, they're not really resonating with me very well. It'll be brought up in the town council meeting. These guys are the town council.
Well, maybe they're gonna be like reporting a committee or whatever, Like those 4 plus a few other people. They're just for this neighborhood. Who knows? Hey, Pastor K, what's up?
It seems not particularly right, I guess, if those 4 are going to be bringing on the entire committee, because they'll just be bringing on people that think like them.
Hey, that's the problem with politics, right?
Yep. I mean, look at the White House.
Oh.
Got him.
Have you ever dreamt you were stuck in a wall?
Stuck in a wall.
Like Pastor Karen here? That's another question. Do you feel guilty about naps?
About naps? No.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't nap, but I never feel guilty about taking them.
I haven't had any dreams about being stuck in a wall or anything like that. Although I do have recurring dreams.
What are the best dreams?
What are the best dreams?
I'd say flying dreams.
Well, I dream that I can float, I guess. I mean, I'm not tempted, like, I'm not comfortable using the word flying because I don't really feel like that's what I do. I do go up like I'm trying to fly. I get my feet off the ground and then I get, like, say about as high as a building, but then I come crashing back down again.
Oh, that sucks.
Or I get caught in tree branches or power lines or something. And I looked that up, and it's been a recurring dream of mine. I've had it maybe a dozen times by now. And I looked up what that could mean, and apparently the idea of, or rather the dream of, like, being able to fly, but not being able to get very far, getting caught in something. It symbolizes the feeling of being like held down or being restricted by something.
It sounds about right.
Past the woods. Maybe we should investigate tonight in the woods.
Nah, we're not gonna do that.
Day in the city?
Stay in the city where it's safe. I mean, where we found severed arms, but there. I go, where? Where'd it go? Where can I find it? Right over there. Past the water tower. AKA where Selmer said there she saw stuff.
Something's going on then. May would know that, but she's an adult, so she shouldn't know that.
It wasn't that long ago she was a teen, let's be honest. She's 20. Alright, Bruce, good talk. Have a good one. So that water tower back there may just be our next objective story-wise. Although, really, what can you call this? What can you call the story of this game?
Just sequential. I would think like this story, it's more like a book, where you're kind of being maybe very slightly like a choose your own adventure, since you can end the day with hanging out with Greg or B. But just largely, it's just like sequential, going from one chapter to the next.
So it's a bit like life.
I don't know if I'd say life is all that sequential. I mean, that comes down to individual experiences, I guess.
But I mean, it's going from one day to the next. Like, there is no overarching goal here other than hang out with your friends. I mean, if you if you want to just get from one day to the next, that's literally the goal you have.
Yeah, but going from one day to the next, that's not the same as like one chapter to another. Just because you're in like a spot in your life, that doesn't necessarily mean that going from one day to the next, that's a part of the chapter, you know?
I don't know if I'd argue with that. I mean, life changes every single day. I mean, people say that you're a consequence of your actions as well as your origins, you know? But I figure that every one day to the next, life is slow, but it changes. You blink and all of a sudden, things are different. So, Laurie is inviting us to go hang out, and for a moment I paused it, and I was like, wait a minute. Do I risk ending the day if I do this? But I said, you know what, she's not B or Greg, let's do it.
Way to not give us an option here, Olive Branch.
It all turns out for the good.
How often do you go for walks?
Daily, because I have to go to the gym like that. I don't have a bus pass or anything.
You know they're like $30 a year, right?
Not in Montreal, they're not.
Huh.
Liquefied pumpkins, fuck yeah. Anyway, why'd you ask?
I don't know, just the scene here where it's a couple kids walking down the train tracks. Just in the middle of the wilderness.
Yeah, exactly. What else are they going to do?
What else are they going to do?
Yeah. Oh, when a corpse decays. Well, okay, good to know there, Laurie.
And everything liquefies. Well, at least she's... We're all goo. You're not totally wrong.
Squish a metal thing on the tracks.
Oh yeah, like flattening a penny.
So we already know that Laurie M likes horror movies, she likes monsters, she likes body parts, at least fake ones. And now she's saying, you know, hey, I saw a video of a corpse decaying. She's got some morbid thoughts, this kid.
Well, so far she hasn't really done anything concerning.
Like, falling asleep between the tracks is not concerning?
Is that a thing that she just did?
She just said she does this sometimes. I ask why. Like, why does she sleep? Like, she sleeps here, between the tracks.
Well, that's stupid and self-destructive, but it's not, like, externally destructive, I guess.
Externally to yourself, to your body?
No, to like other people.
Well, maybe not. Coffee makes me sleepy. I have stress dreams if I'm too keyed up. Maybe that explains those dreams we've been having. We've been so keyed up from hanging out with friends.
Coffee does absolutely nothing to me.
I don't drink coffee myself.
Neither do I, but the few times that I do, it just does nothing.
That's some risky business there.
Keeping their legs in.
Yeah, because
Tuck them up.
Tuck them in! Let the train pass over you.
They didn't put down the metal, dude.
I don't think it's on this track.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
No, I mean, in response to her saying that she has weird thoughts.
Weird thoughts, yeah. She wants to be in a dark space.
And only come out at night. Well, she is a rat.
And be a monster. And like beautiful. Wow. That's I know the feeling. Those are like really attainable dreams.
Well, I mean, all she really wants to do is go to sleep in the woods and in some abandoned basement.
Yeah, I say I know the feeling. May sounds like the same type of person who just wants to hide away from the world.
She wants to eat people sometimes. That's fucking weird. That should have been her response. That's fucking weird, May.
I wonder what they taste like. God.
It is a morbid thought, but you know, what does humans taste like? What do humans taste like?
Funny you should ask. I actually have a video to share with you later on about that.
I'm not sure I want it.
No. They're not. They actually feed some people human meat. It's not really human meat, but they say this is what human meat apparently tastes like.
So, like,
given descriptions by cannibals.
They eat human meat, but it's not human meat?
They eat meat that's they are told is human meat, but it's not human meat.
Doesn't eating human meat do shit to you?
No. I mean, are you talking about like eating like prions or something?
None. Well, I just heard that if like a cannibal regularly eats human meat, it does shit to their hands. Like it gives them the jitters or something like that.
Well, maybe that's where Wendigos come from. Like the myth of the Wendigo. Like that myth says that if people partake in cannibalism, they come back as a vengeful spirit that only eats people. That's until dawn knowledge right there.
Well, the person they eat doesn't come back. The person that did the eating.
Of course, yes, that's what I mean. I mean, I imagine the person that got eaten just comes back as shit.
Do you think Wendigos poop?
Wendigos have no cloacas. All right, we got a new escape. Hey, it's a
Laurie
new. We got a drawing for her. You know that May cares about you when she takes a page to draw you.
What is this?
It's a dude that they squished on the train track.
Huh. You ever flatten a penny?
It was a waste of money, but yes.
Waste of money? It's a penny.
It was 25 cents to flatten it.
Oh.
Because there was one of those like machines on the mall that they say, hey, do you want a flattened penny? Put it in here and then put 25 cents. And you get a flat penny. And it's like, yeah, that wasn't worth it.
You know, well, yeah, I mean, like it costs 26 cents and you get nothing for it. Other than a penny that you can't use. Which is funny. Defacing currency is illegal.
No kidding.
Well, yeah. I thought that was like true everywhere. Like ripping a bill in half. That like money technically doesn't. It might be in your possession and you can use it, but money, technically speaking, belongs to the government.
There are 3 rats now, by the way.
They procreated.
They're breeding in there. Oh Christ.
We gave them the energy to do so.
Well, we're gonna go and feed them again this episode. Because, May's gotta look out her babies.